The tundra was locked in ice. Not just cold, but trapped in a maze of unyielding glaciers that swallowed warmth. Lira's younger sister, Naya, had followed a glowing snowflake into the snowdrifts and vanished. Her flute of frost, a tool that shaped ice into paths, began to pulse. The ice weaver, a boy named Glac, with a crown of jagged ice, sneered. The winds seemed to whisper secrets, guiding her through the maze. He offered to guide them back to the village, his knowledge of the tundra proving invaluable as the ice shifted and reformed. With each step, the mountains seemed to part, revealing a breathtaking sight before them. A frozen waterfall that shimmered in the fading light. And as they stood there mesmerized, Glac spoke, his voice softer now, no longer sharp with malice. "This is the heart of the tundra," he said, "a place where ice and snow come to rest." He explained that he had used his powers to trap those who ventured too close, believing it was for their own good. But he had been wrong, causing nothing but sorrow and despair. As the storm intensified, the landscape shifted, forming treacherous crevasses and frozen peaks that threatened to trap her. But Lira pressed on, her resolve fueled by the thought of Nia. She wouldn't give up. Just when hope began to dwindle, a faint glow appeared through the swirling snow. Pushing forward, Lira emerged into a small clearing. There, nestled amidst the snowdrifts, was her sister Nia, safe and sound. Relief washed over Lira, and she rushed to embrace her sister, their laughter echoing in the vast expanse of the tundra. "You'll never outmatch my chaos," he declared, trapping Nia in a maze of frozen peaks. Lira, a quiet girl who loved cryogenics, realized the flute wasn't just for playing, it was for building bridges. Together they walked on, leaving the tundra and its secrets behind as the first stars twinkled above them. It's marking the beginning of a new journey, one filled with understanding, forgiveness, and the promise of warmer days ahead. She found a snowstorm vial in her satchel and played the flute. The frost danced, forming a staircase through Glac's maze. He tried to collapse it, but Lira's vial held. "Ice isn't for trapping," Lira said, her breath visible in the cold. "It's for connecting." Nia emerged, and Glac, now a tundra guide, whispered, "Maybe I'll let the snow sing." The glaciers softened, and Lyra's flute dimmed, its magic complete. The wind howled a mournful tune across the frozen tundra, whipping snow into a blinding flurry. Under a sky choked with gray clouds, the temperature plummeted, sending shivers down Lira's spine. Suddenly, a figure emerged from behind an ice-jammed crevasse. It was Glac, the ice weaver, his body adorned with intricate patterns of frost and a crown of jagged ice perched atop his head. His eyes, however, were cold and merciless. "Looking for someone?" he asked, his voice as sharp as shards of ice. When Lira mentioned her missing sister, a cruel smirk spread across his face. "She wandered too far, just like our parents before her," he taunted, gesturing to the endless maze. "Lost to the tundra forever." Before Lira could respond, he vanished, leaving her alone in the swirling blizzard. She pulled her cryogenics explorer outfit tighter, determined to find her sister Nia, who had disappeared into the swirling snowstorm. As the blizzard raged on, Lira felt a growing sense of urgency. She had to find Nia before the snow swallowed her whole. Nia loved exploring the glistening snowdrifts and ice formations, but she could easily get lost in the ever-changing landscape. Lira knew she had to act fast. She reached into her satchel and pulled out her trusty flute of frost, its icy melody echoing the mournful tune of the wind. As she played, a path of solid ice formed beneath her feet, allowing her to navigate the treacherous terrain. The flute was more than just an instrument. It was a lifeline, a way to shape the very essence of the tundra. But the deeper she ventured, the more the landscape twisted and turned, forming a confusing maze of snow and ice. Determined to find her sister, Lira pressed on, the flute leading the way. As the sun began its slow descent, casting long shadows across the ice, Glac approached them, his expression no longer laced with malice. Touched by his remorse, Lira offered him a warm smile, extending a hand of forgiveness.